What's up, risk managers? My name is Nasdaq Anonymous, and I'm addicted to the NQ. And boy, is she one hell of a drug. And welcome to tonight's NA meeting, where we'll discuss the economic data for the week, analyze today's session, and from that, build a winning game plan for tomorrow's price action. And if you haven't done so already, you can show your support by subscribing to the channel. And with that said, let's jump into the charts now. This is tomorrow's data. Be mindful that all times are in Central Time. And we have a big block of news scheduled for tomorrow, so let's jump into it. At 7:30, we have export price and import price index for the month of June. Also at 7:30, we have retail sales for the month of June. At 9 o'clock, we have business inventories and some housing market index news for the month of May and July. And at 1:30, we have Fed Kugler speaking. And now that we know what to expect, let's jump into the charts and create a game plan for tomorrow's price action. This is the block of price action that we traded during today's stream, and today was definitely a trend day. However, overall, you can see that the market basically trended in a big, giant range. But as the session opened, the bulls took full control of the market and traded price higher back into this range. Price had a slight pullback and a double top, retesting this range. You can see that the bears took full advantage of this and traded price down. However, the bulls were able to regain control here at this range, and we can see this massive short squeeze to the upside. But if you pay attention, you can see that when price re-entered this area, you can see that the bears tried to short price down. And unfortunately for the bears, their stops got used as fuel and propelled this market higher until we got into a previous area of supply. And from here, this is where we saw the bulls started to take their profits and the bears really start to take control of this market. Now, with all that bullish momentum that we saw early in the session, no one expected that the bears were going to come back and double bottom price. However, you can see that towards the end of the session, we did get that double bottom. And from this double bottom, we do see price trading higher. And based on that, this is what I'm going to be looking for going into tomorrow's session. So you can see that price is definitely in love with this range right here. You can see that price has rotated back and forth using this area as equilibrium. And overnight, I do expect for the bulls to come back in and trade into this level. However, one or two things can happen in this situation. We can see another rejection where the bears reject price. And if we do see a rejection in price, I don't believe that they won't be able to take out this low. I believe in a range from 560 to 550. This is where we'll see the bulls find some support, where we'll see a reversal, a breakout of this range, a pullback, and a retest. However, I do expect that there will be initial resistance in this area, but overall, I do believe the market is trying to tap into this 840 to 815 range, taking out this high that we made earlier in the session. Now, I know after today's price action, a lot of people will probably be more bearish than bullish, but you have to actually pay attention to what's going on in the charts. On the hourly chart, we are still in an uptrend, making higher lows and we're making higher highs. So price is still in an uptrend and we have to respect the bulls until the bears break this structure. We get a break of this low, a pullback, and this is where you want to begin trying to short to try to take out this low. And that's what I'm going to be looking out for going into tomorrow's stream. Now, if you're enjoying the content and appreciate the value that me and my trading partner provides to the trading community, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the release of our next NA meeting and live streams. And with that said, let's jump into an ES chart. This is an ES chart, and this is the block of price action that we traded during today's stream. And just like the NQ, we saw that the bulls took full control at the open of the session. We had a slight pullback, and from here, we got a retest of this previous area of supply. We had a stop run above these highs. And from here, we can see that this is where the bulls took their profits and the bears regained control of this market. And we saw this pullback until the end of the session. And also like the NQ, we saw a bounce later on. Now, with the ES, the question that we have to ask ourselves is, will the market take out this new all-time high? Because if the market wants to take out that all-time high, we can definitely see price continue to push up. However, in this situation, I'm going to be looking to see if price rejects at this 713 to about 706 area, around this previous area of resistance. I do expect for the market to at least pull back to around 670 to 668 before we see a move up higher. But if price does continue to grind up higher overnight, I do expect for there to be some resistance here in this range. And from here, this is probably where we'll see that rejection going down lower. Right now, my overall bias is going to continue to be bullish until the bears really follow through with all this bearish movement that we've been seeing. You can see that once we saw this big move down, the bulls bought it right back up. The bears tried to short this again. The bulls took it right back up. And today, the bears tried to take price down again. And towards the end of the session, the bulls took half of that work away from the bears. So obviously, we're going to have to pick our spots going short and identify areas where we'll get a best risk reward long trade. And in summary, both markets did have bullish opens. Price did trend into a previous area of supply and resistance, but basically the market traded in a big giant range. And finally, the bulls are going to have to prove that they want higher prices, especially here on the ES. And that's all I have for tonight, risk managers. And you can watch us trade these concepts live by clicking this video. We'll see you there.